Welcome to a brief tutorial and introduction to Google Classroom. For those of you that have not used or are not using Google Classroom to its full potential, there are some great tools within Google Classroom to make your life a lot easier as a teacher. It will help you stay organized and easily connected with students using your digital devices. So first, we're here in Classroom. In order to get to Classroom, you need to be in your Google Drive. When you're in your Aurora Public Schools Google Drive, you need to go over here to the app launcher, and then you will see all of your apps pop up. They're going to look a little different than mine, and down at the bottom you'll hit the more. It'll say more down here, and you're looking for the Classroom icon. You click on that and Classroom will open in a new tab. You can also get to Google Classroom by typing classroom.google.com in your Omnibar and hitting the enter button on your keyboard. That will take you there as well. When you first enter Classroom as a teacher, you're going to want to make sure that you click I am a teacher. It doesn't matter if it's your first time and you're entering to be a student in somebody else's classroom. If you don't enter as a teacher, you cannot create classes, so make sure that you click I'm a teacher. Students should only enter as students. We don't want them creating classes. Okay? Once you get into Classroom, you won't see classes like this because you probably won't have any, or you might have just a few. If you want to create a class, it's very simple. Up here in the right hand corner, you'll see the plus. You're going to click on the plus and click create a class. In order to create a class, you need to name the class. My recommendation is that you name it as specifically as possible. This will help you in the long run because you're going to have multiple classes. So if you just named it like I did here, my name with the year, that might not be enough. So I'm going to put both the grade and the content that I'm doing my class for. You can also enter a section if you'd like. But know that this convention here is going to help you down the road, especially when you have multiple classes. Then you're going to click create and your classroom is going to be created. You can change the theme up here at the top anytime by clicking select theme. There are a number of preset themes that you could scroll through and choose. You can also choose patterns. Okay? If you'd like a custom photo, you can click here upload photo and you can walk through the steps to put your own personalized photo up here. When you get into Classroom, down here at the bottom left, there's a class code. It's usually 6 or 7 letters and digits. If you give that to your students, they can immediately join your class. So when students go to enter your class, all they have to do is click on the plus and click join class, and then they would enter the class code to your class and they'll automatically be enrolled. It's a very easy way to get students into your classes. In Classroom, there's 3 main features: the stream, students, and about. In the stream is where most of your work is going to be taking place. You can start here to walk through a tour on using Google Classroom if you'd like, or you continue watching this video and I'll show you how to use some of the features in Google Classroom. Down here in the bottom right hand corner is a plus. You're going to click on that to get started. You can create announcements, assignments, questions, or reuse any post from any class that you've used. An announcement is exactly that. It's an announcement to your class, and you can give specific instructions for your students. You can attach files from your computer, from your Google Drive, YouTube videos, or links to external websites. Students won't be able to interact with your announcements. Okay? So if you want students to interact with you and to turn things in, you're going to want to create an assignment. In creating an assignment, you need to make sure you give a title for the assignment. And then you can also give a description. We find a lot of teachers doing directions in this section down here. In order to enter multiple directions, all you do is hit the enter button and you can do as many directions as you'd like. Right there for students. You then need to select a due date. Okay, you don't need to select a due date. You can turn that feature off, but you can select a due date from the calendar. And you can also select a time. If you decide to pick a time, a lot of teachers choose 11:59 or midnight because students can use Google Classroom 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When you do an assignment, you'll probably want to attach something for students to do. Attaching things from your computer like Word documents, PDFs, things like that, you'll be able to have students read them, but you won't be able to have them respond on them, because most students are going to be using Chromebooks, and those products don't work on Chromebooks. In order to have students turn something into you and put their work on an assignment, we recommend using your Google Drive. If you click on the Drive icon, it's going to bring up your Google Drive. Within your Google Drive, you'll be able to select a document. Hopefully you've created this ahead of time. You can put directions on it, you can put questions on it, you can put sentence stems or language supports on it, whatever you'd like. Make sure that you title the document. Once you've selected the document you want, over here you have three options. Students can view, students can edit, and make a copy for each student. Students can view the file as one copy for all students to be able to view. They cannot make any changes. So that works very well if you want students to read something but not be able to type on it. Students can edit the file. That's one document for all students to make changes on. Every student will be typing on the same document. Most of you will probably prefer make a copy for each student. That will make a copy for each student. It will add their name on it, and it will share it back with you. So much like handing out the old paper assignments. You can add additional things if you'd like. You can add as many pieces as you want. So here is a PDF, and I can add that, so I give students instructions to read the PDF and then respond on their document. It's up to you. You can have multiple things here. You can have them watch a video and then respond on a document to the questions you've asked about the video. Once your assignment is ready to go, you have a choice. You can assign it or you can save it. I'm building this assignment for tomorrow, so I'm going to save this assignment and I'm going to push it out tomorrow morning instead of assigning it now. So I'll save the draft, and then here it is. All I have to do is come in tomorrow morning, click on it, and click assign, and then it will be assigned to my students in the class. When they come in, they'll be able to see it. Over here, you got 0 done and 0 not done. If I don't have any students in this class, I'll show you this feature in a few minutes. The 3 dots allow you to edit, delete, or move the assignment to the top of the stream because they'll start moving down. The next piece is to create a question. Creating question you can use as an entrance ticket, exit ticket, class discussion, and more. So you would type in your question. You can give additional information here. You can pick a due date and time if you'd like, and then you can attach things as well. Now, questions are a little different than assignments because they're specifically that, questions. So you can ask questions and you can grade these questions. So they work very similar in grading as do the assignments. Once you're ready to ask the question, you click ask, and you have 2 options. Students can see and reply to each other's answers, and they can edit their answers. You can check both, or one, or none. Okay? These ones work well for class discussions. This one might work well for an exit ticket, so they can't see each other's answers. When you're done, you would click ask, and then it's going to look very similar to the assignment. It's going to have 0 done and 0 not done. I'll come back to those in a second where I have an assignment that has been done by students so you can see how that works. In regards to students, you'll see a list of your students here. You can also do a number of features there, and then about is like a simplified website. So let's take a look at a few of those features in another class that actually has students, because it'll be more meaningful to you. So here's the stream, here's an assignment. Notice that here it gives me numbers, 2 done and 16 not done. It doesn't matter which one you click on, it's going to take you to the assignment dashboard. I can see all the students' assignments. I can click on them and read what they're doing, or I can click over here and see the ones that have turned them in. Now, when I want to grade it, I can come over here and I can click on any student and give them a grade or change their grade at any time. All I have to do is type in the number and then go to the next student. It automatically saves it for me. In regards to grading, up here at the top, you have a preset list, 1, 20, 50, or 100. You don't have to use those. You can use any number by typing it in and hit the enter button. It will ask you if you want to update it. It will update the point value on the assignment. Notice it says that the grades are not returned. Once you've put your grades in, you need to check one of the boxes you want to return or check them all, and then you need to hit return at the top in order for students to be able to get their grades on the assignment from you. Once students turn in an assignment to you, it makes it so it's view only for them. They won't be able to type on it. Once you return it to them, they can then make changes. So you can grade it and return it. They can make changes, turn it back in, and you can change their grade based on their work if that's what choices you want to make. Back in the stream, you can see the announcements are a little bit different. Down here at the bottom, here's an announcement, and then the students are responding to it. Over here, the three dots on the right, you can delete or you can mute. Mute means the student will no longer be able to post here in the stream. This is probably very useful if you have students that are being inappropriate. If you click on students, you'll see a full list of your students. You can invite students from here, but remember the class code is much quicker than inviting students. You can also click on a student or all of the students, and you can change their permissions up here. They can post and comment, students can only post, or only the teacher can post and comment. This will be really useful back in your stream. All of the posts and comments happen in the stream. You can also remove students, email them, or mute them from here. If you want to email a student specifically and you click on the little email icon, it opens your Aurora K-12 Gmail account with an email composed to that student. Last is the About section, and in the About section you can fill in the additional information for your class. You have a Google Drive folder. When you click on this Google Drive folder, it's going to take you directly to the folder in Google Drive. I'm going to go back there and show you that feature. In Google Drive, Classroom creates a folder for you called Classroom. Don't change the name of this folder. Within that folder, you're going to have a folder for each class that you create. So for example, this class that I'm working in is right here. Within that class, I'm going to have a folder for each assignment. A template folder will be where your templates that you sent to students are stored. So you'll have them wherever you created them in your Google Drive, plus you'll have a template here that you can come back to. When you click on the assignment folder, you're going to get all of the students' documents. Notice that they're named the same, but it's also added their names onto them, and they are the owners of the documents. You can access student documents here, or you can go back to Classroom and access them in the assignment. This folder is a direct link to this folder within my Google Drive for the class. Students don't have folders for assignments. They'll just have all of their documents within the class folder that they're in for you. Down at the bottom, you can add materials. Click Add Materials, and you can add anything you want from your computer, Drive, YouTube, or links. This is a great place to use as a simplified website. If you have a phone or tablet, you can take pictures of things in your classroom, visual supports, language supports, etc. Put them in your Google Drive and then post them here, and students can access those things throughout the year. You can also add resources that your students will use on a regular basis. Last, you can invite other teachers to your class, and you can choose which teachers that you want to be in your class with you. You can have multiple teachers teaching in class, and every teacher can send out assignments and grade assignments for the students. So that's just the basics of Google Classroom. I hope you have an idea of how to use it. The three bars in the top left corner will get you back to the home screen and all of your classes over here. You can also go to your Google Calendar and see assignments on the Google Calendar. Any class that you see here on the home screen with a circle means that you're a student. Any class without a circle means that you're a teacher. You cannot delete classes, but you can archive them by clicking on the three dots. You can rename them or archive them, and then you can go back to your archived classes at any time. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, contact your Ed Tech coach. We're here to help. And until next time, stay googly and enjoy Google Classroom.